Okay, thank you for being here at the TRID annual meeting going on during the conference. I'm Randy Chappell. I'm the president. How about that? Beth, Secretary, we're going to go ahead and open the meeting now at 12:19 Eastern Time. We're here in Johnson City. I don't know where you're at, but we're glad you're with us. First thing we've got to do is go ahead and look at the minutes. So let's do that. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's make sure we have a quorum. We have, let's see, we need 14 members. Think we got them? I believe we can declare that we have a quorum and we are officially open. Very good. Now, the minutes. Old minutes from last year. Please take a minute to read this if you have not already seen it. We will ask for corrections, deletions, omissions in a moment. And it's okay to walk up here if you can't see.
Oh, okay, sorry. We will fix.
We're usually in smaller rooms. This is great to have a huge room. Okay.
How's that?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me know when it's. Oh, but then it's not all the
Okay. Okay. We'll just take a minute. We've got a lot to do and we've already lost about 20 minutes. So. This might be easier if we just go ahead and open up if you've got comments or whatever as we go. So you don't have to hesitate.
You just, okay.
This is the treasury report from last time. Well, that's again, balances from last year. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. No, that's okay. We got a name change?
I'm sorry.
Daniel, oh, I'm sorry. Imers? Did we misspell that?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Elmers, yeah, no, I guess we did have to change. Nope, yeah. E-I-M-E-R-S, right.
Thank you.
Okay, changing that name. Anything else? That's fine, so, all right. Takes care of it, okay. Any other corrections, deletions, omissions, misspellings? We're good? I'd like to hear a motion to accept. Motion to accept, do we have a second? Second. All those, let's play with our orange card. All those accepting the minutes from the last meeting, raise your orange card. Thank you. All of those opposing? Oh, raise your orange card. No, okay. Thank you. The minutes are passed. Next is the treasurer report. So we'll know how much money we've got for whatever might be discussed. We have that up here too.
Well, the
Summers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you swap with me?
Yes. Brooke, unfortunately, is not here. Summer's going to help take care of the treasurer report.
I got it.
All right, hey everyone. So this is just the in and out view of what's been going on in the last year. So yeah, pretty much spelled out well here. Are there any questions that anyone has as of right now? There is some more to scroll up, so I'll let you guys, if you could do that, please.
That's the organization.
This is just the organizational as a whole one. Natalie has a question.
I was just curious if, what you mean by outreach, what kind of things does that cover?
I want to say that
Was that from our SERID booth?
was the previous year. I don't know. When did we do that?
There was recently, I'm sorry, because Brooke's not here, I'm kind of just going back through minutes and seeing what it would be from. But I'm assuming that that is from, I did see something about paying for a booth. And I do believe it was SERID brought up by Tom Roberts. I believe that did pass for us to pay for a booth at Southeast.
And probably the expenses.
And the expenses of that booth is where it would come from. No, great question. Thank you.
Any questions? We'll try to answer.
Was there another question? Okay, and then
Seeing the breakdown specifically.
Okay.
we're still going through, trying to get some stuff together.
We got this.
All right, so there we go. Here's our breakdown of our groups, of our districts, right here. TRID in total, $6,089.76 in total for the whole state, okay? And what we got, we usually want to know is Knoxville's funds to date, $2,772.16. Memphis, $2,341.24. Chattanooga, I know you're small, but you have money still. $2,760.50 with one member, not too bad. National funds, $7,456.41. Northeast, you guys have been rocking it, $1,132.85. And I really do mean rocking it with hosting a conference on such a small budget. Phenomenal. Total funds there is $22,562.92, and that is as of yesterday. Are there any questions on the treasurer's report? Kim?
Yes, this was as of yesterday.
As of yesterday, correct.
There's some concerns because some people have joined from the Knoxville district and their checks still haven't been cashed. So what kind of update can I give my members?
Exactly. I did just learn about that. That is something that we're going to be checking with. Because Brooke's not here, we definitely will be getting in touch with her, and I know the situation you're talking about. I'm definitely going to be looking into that as well. So I would say within the week, because I definitely want to make sure that we get this checked out soon, because it is a membership issue as well. So within the week, you'll at least, I'll speak for myself, you'll at least hear something from me, and I'll try to reach out to Brooke on that. Okay. Any other questions about treasurer's report before I go back to manning the computer? Great.
Yeah, and it's also something the new treasurer will have to make sure that all of that is caught up, of course. Any other questions on the treasurer report? I'll go ahead and ask that that be accepted by motion, just because it's not a committee that puts it together. So, you accept the treasurer's report? If so, orange card. Those opposing, orange card. Passes. Treasurer's report passes. My turn. What a wild and wacky 2 years we've had, huh? If you remember, this is a voluntary kind of a membership organization thing, right? So when you get to be a president, it's a job that doesn't pay very well. But you do spend an awful lot of time doing this stuff. I do encourage it for anybody that has any kind of aspiration to try doing this kind of thing, because it's a challenge, but it's a challenge that I've welcomed and embraced. I hope I've done the best that I know to do. I make no apologies. I've just done the best that I can every day, every time we deal with something for TRID. I've been a member since I moved here in 1993, so got a little history there to look at things and try to make decisions. And like I said, just do the best that I can. I appreciate every bit of support that we've gotten. We've had some ups and downs. One of the ups is look at the increased interest we've gotten in the last 2 years. Yes, initiated by licensure. It is part of what is going to be history, and we've got to pay attention to it. We need to be on the horse that is pulling that wagon, not in the wagon. We need to be the ones on the horse. So let's keep that in mind as we keep working toward that end. A couple of down things in the last couple of years. Well, my dad died. He was my confidant. I would talk with him about issues that I didn't know who else to talk to, you know. And there's Marie. It's just not right. She's not here. well, let's get back to the hub. We've got a new website. Now, still working it. Natalie, Cheyenne, those two are the ones that are working it, running it, whatever, okay? Got an issue with that? See them. The site, you need to know the address, of course, if you don't already have it, especially you, www.tennesseerid.org. Spell out Tennessee, and you need the www because it's a wild apricot site. Okay? Now, another thing. Pretty soon, we're hoping that you need to get on there and put in your own information. That way, when you go in to do things, it'll say, what do you want to do? Pay? What do you want to do? Join this workshop? What do you want to do? Go to that conference? It'll already know who you are. Right. So, take the time to look for it this month. PayPal has been set up, well, 90% set up. We're close. Very, very almost. Okay. Very almost. So, and we're not the only ones that need to tweak our website. I guess you've noticed the RID, the RID site still has a problem with the web portal. A couple of months, a little aggravating. I guess that's something for board members to look at, right? Okay. Let's see. I'd like to see each district represented on the executive committee, but all we can do is vote that way. There are some limitations. You can only have as many as 5 from one district at any one time on the executive committee. So we'll move on from there. Oh, and another up, I think your new region rep is coming from Tennessee. The last one to do that was Marie. And that'll be me. I ain't going nowhere. Right? In the way. Hopefully not in the way, really. Yeah. Libby, come up front. Come here, Libby. It ain't so bad. This conference has been planned by people that never had a conference here before for this organization. I think everything's gone okay. I would like for you to tell Libby that you've had a good time so far. Would you do that? Her and her committee, and raise your hand if you're on the committee.
Oh, no, let's stand.
Okay, fine. Stand, dance. Stand up. Put your sandwich down. Committee in the back. If anybody's had a problem, have they not been able to work it out? Well, then fine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everything I've seen in the emails has been so impressive. We've got this done, we've got this done. It's like, I don't need to be here. Good. Okay. All right. There's going to be elections today. Now, the election process will start with the membership chair, and we'll work our way up. There's some nominations that's already come in. Summer has that. Beth put out the calls. Summer's been collecting those nominations that come in. We can still take nominations from the floor, but you got to be present to win, as they say. So let's see. I wanted to make one other announcement now during this report because it concerns everybody, I hope. August the 8th will be, what do we call it? A town hall. A town hall. Shane Feldman. Know that name? Mm-hmm. Yeah. RID Executive Director and his staff is going to be in Nashville on the 8th of August. And he wants to do a town hall with us. It's like, oh yeah? Okay. He's going to bring Matthew O'Hara too. I don't think Matthew had a choice. He's the financial officer for RID. And, oh, by the way, your region rep will probably be there too. So, anyway, come to Bridges. Now, a motion I'd like to see brought up, if you want to do this, if you want to CMP that event, Teresa, don't fuss at me yet. Let's hear me out. If we can CMP this discussion event, then will we need to have interpreters? Will we need to pay for that? Okay? Something I'd like for you to just kind of think about as we get closer to new business, okay? Bridges is going to give us the room for nothing. It's lasting from 6 to 9, and if so far, that's essentially what it is. That's all I wrote down for a president's report. Yay! Okay. Conference report, we'll hold on to that. Committees. What am I forgetting? Committee. Yeah, okay, fine. Vice President report. Then I'll catch up on my own notes. Over here.
Mine's real quick, just letting you know what, hi, I'm Summer Chapel, I'm your Vice President, and I have been on your executive board since I was 22, I'm 32, that's 10 years, so I've been able to work with you guys, serve you guys, get to know you guys for a long time, and that's it. I'm done today. Thank you for the long, crazy ride. I have learned so much. I have gotten to benefit so much from you all, from working in this position. So first, I just wanted to say thanks. Now
Well,
I got to go
Summer,
back to school.
Summer, we want to say thanks too. Look, she's gone through an awful lot of stuff to try to help us out. It's all good. Even though she's my daughter, she's also been a confidant for me too. She can do anything you need.
I'll try.
Thank you, Summer.
And I just wanted to say thank you guys for letting me be a part of TRID for such a long time. But graduate school duties called. I got way too much homework. So I'm going to bow out and let some new people come on and show their skills as well, and it's going to be awesome. So just a couple of things that I have been working on, stuff that's new to the last year. I am never or have never been involved on Facebook as much as I have been this year. And that was because Beth put me on as an admin on the Facebook page. So just letting you guys know, if somebody wants to take that over, you're welcome to. I have now learned how to do that, and it took me a while, so sorry for being a little bit slow. But what I do is every day there are requests for Facebook to join TRID's group. I let any human, real being in our group. But there are many non-human, non-real beings that want to join every day. Every day we get, I don't know if they're porn stars or what, but I have to weed those guys out because I don't want them making comments on our Facebook page. I don't want you guys to have spam on your page. So that's what I've been doing. I do that every day. I check that, and as soon as I get a request, I try to accept them on as fast as possible. That's been a new one for me. Been on various conference calls that the board has been having. I have been working with the guys that are doing the website, Cheyenne and now Natalie, both are working on that, trying to make sure we've got the correct forms on there. It's been quite a process of getting everything correct and right and done, and so I've been trying to help out on that as well. And also I was invited to go to the very first licensure meeting and was not part of the group that continued on. Will White has been doing that and has been our liaison. And he has been really, really great on putting stuff on Facebook, trying to make sure that you guys know what's going on at those meetings. So I just wanted to give you a quick heads up on what I've been doing. And again, thank you so much. I will turn it over to who's next.
Thank you, Summer. Yes, I know you're trying to type, but do you have anything to report? No? Okay. She'll type it out. Okay. We'll get back to the conference committee. There is a couple of comments that Libby can make. if she knows that it's her turn. Yeah, if you want to do that. And for the essence of time, I'm going to ask, is there any other committee chairs or committee people that have something to report? Otherwise, I want to get right into old business, looking at the time.
Are we going to chapter report?
I'm so sorry. Of course, we'll get checked up. District reports. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, well.
Okay,
This isn't it.
so, yes, this is new. I didn't know I was gonna do a conference report. I was too busy trying to prepare for the conference, so this will be short and sweet. But in your packet, there was a 2-page thing. One was our agenda, and on the back, I would like to recognize our sponsors that are here. Doug Barasco with AT&T is in the back. Hello, Doug. Thank you so much for your generous support. Also, Ruann Wood, VCI and Legal Shield, is that right? Is here with us, and they were our first 2 sponsors, and they've been sponsors for at least 2 or 3 months. We picked up some extra sponsors in the last week, which was nice. Would have been nicer to have 2 months ago, but that's the way things go. And so we were able to do some extra things because of that. Interpreting has been provided by the Disability Services offices of ETSU and UT, so we're real grateful to them. Of KCD, I don't have anybody from KCD here, but KCD, where, except for Alan Hughes. Sorry, Alan. Faux pas. Okay. The Communication Center for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing here in Johnson City that is through Frontier Health is also, in the last few days, was able to help us out. The Bank of Tennessee has helped. Knoxville Center of the Deaf.
Center for
It's on this list. CCDHH, is that what you were talking about? Yeah, CCDHH, which is part of Frontier Health. The ETSU Storytelling Program has also helped us out a little bit because Peter Cook, as you know, was a graduate of our master's program in storytelling. So, make sure I've got everything here. That's all I have really to add to that, except that it's been fun. As Summer said, I think that sums it up. It's been quite a ride. We recognized our committee members earlier, but I'm going to recognize them again later. So that's all I have to say, except it's really, really good now that it's happened. Something that we planned for. Really didn't start rolling quickly until January, February, and to have all of you here and smiling and being able to enjoy the conference so far has been a pleasure for me. So we're really glad that you're able to come here in the mountains for the first time and hope that this won't be our last. Okay?
Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll get into the district reports. As for Memphis, I'll just report that there's kind of same old workshops here and there. We saw the treasury report, so I'll move on to Nashville. Who's here from Nashville that can, I guess that would be there. Okay. If you'll still interpret.
I mean, Eric hasn't really given me anything. Eric hasn't really given me anything to report on. I think we are still kind of pursuing more membership and dates when we can meet. Nothing has really changed too much. We had a big conference and a workshop rather, that brought in some revenue for the local center, and so yeah, I think we're just looking into organization again and making sure we have a strong chapter. I think that's all from Nashville.
Okay. That's a pretty good team over there, isn't it? Let's go down to Chattanooga. Anybody want to give a report for Chattanooga? Not much to report. But you're here. You weren't here last time. Please. Give the floor to Linda. Linda's going to explain.
Well, I can sort of briefly explain a little bit. We had a chapter, I guess, and our president was swooped away by Sorensen to Little Rock, Arkansas, and everything just sort of fell apart. So I do apologize. I wish I knew more that I could apologize. I mean, and tell you more, but we just don't have, I'm confused about what's going on, just to be honest with you, with the chapters going away, becoming districts and all that kind of stuff. So that's all I can say, that we lost our president, and that's all I can say, and I apologize.
That's okay, Linda, we're with y'all, you know.
But
Hey.
we were a dynasty back in the day.
But a dynasty, yes, that's right. A dynasty on the way back. Yeah. No, the district, the subchapter is the same thing. It's just nomenclature because of that IRS ruling or something else. But anyway, that's what it is. It's just simply the Chattanooga district. Okay. Knoxville.
Hi, everybody. Everybody having a good time? I know you are. Oh, what? Hey, how's it going? I did not want to be on camera. Okay. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the interpreters that are working the conference. Aren't they doing a great job? We know how hard it is to interpret in front of other interpreters. Yes? Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not true. And I think in our chapters, we have been very supportive of interpreters, and I would like to continue that. And when we talk about mentoring later, we'll teach you how to do that. So that's my plug-in for our thing. We've had several meetings and share shops, workshops that are about an hour long. Sometimes we get CEUs, sometimes we don't. A couple of them have been transversing the interpreter tightrope. And I'm a college grad. Now what? We've really tried to reach out to graduating students of ITP programs, and we've had a meeting with Will, since he's our representative for TRID, with regards to licensure and trying to get in touch with the educational interpreters in the area so that they know what's kind of going on with this whole process. The biggest thing I would like to say is that, yes, we lost Murray Griffin. And we'll be making a motion in a moment. But I do want to say that her legacy lives on in each and every one of you, and I thank you guys for that. More than anything, I want us to continue that legacy by being the interpreter that she was, being kind, being supportive, being involved, trying to get others involved. I think the reason why maybe Chattanooga is having such a hard time, and all of us, is that we're not as involved as we used to be, and it's because we have lives and things, but I think we can do this. I think we can bring them back. If you guys want to work with us, we'll help try and restructure Chattanooga. If there's some way we can help you guys, you know, because you're right, it was a dynasty. It was amazing when we went down there for several workshops. We appreciate you. But I just want to say we appreciate each and every one of you, and we want you to continue to be involved, become officers, become part of an amazing organization to make it the best that it can be. And I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for each of you. And we will be having an election in December for a representative from the area. I may continue, or there may be new blood. Hey, who knows? But again, thank you, Libby, for a phenomenal conference. I mean, shoestring budget, a lot of hard work. Appreciate it. All right, thank you from Knoxville.
To what Kim just said, recently I interpreted another one of those graduations, and the guy came up with a line that usually we forget, but this one made a lot of sense. He's the operations manager for Home Depot, and he was speaking from the University of Memphis. and he says that his daddy told him, what's the difference between 211 and 212? At 211, water doesn't boil. That 1 degree. We can just put 1 more degree in. Make a bubble. Something. Johnson City. You want to make a chapter report, or is it all been conference? I'm sorry we don't have one of the airport sidewalks for you. You just hold on.
I'm used to this, like I said. Know the ground.
It's part of the job description, I know.
Okay, so now I get to brag about our little district. I am so proud of our group in Johnson City. Even before this conference, we've been meeting every month except for June and July and December. And of course, the last 9-10 months, we've been working on the conference. But even though we're the smallest in terms of funding, we do have money set aside for a scholarship for someone who can apply if they're ready to take their performance test and pass their written. We do have that. So I'm really proud of that. Even though we're small in number, we are trying to support them. And so it's been an honor. And I'm getting emotional too, Kim. Just to meet with them every month and just talk about and say, hey, how's it going? And really all we get to do is business. Sometimes, we'll get to eat some things and we'll plan, but we, again, have been real busy with this conference, and we're just loving it. And what I want to see is more growth too. I can remember back in the day when we first started meeting in Johnson City, and I can't even tell you, it was back in the 90s, and I was their first president back then of the chapter, and so now we have districts, but just to watch how it's, over the years, it's gone through changes, and different people have been involved, and I've enjoyed watching that. So it's been a pleasure, and thanks.
Thanks again. And thanks to the host chapter, or host district. Gotta get that. Any other reports on it? Okay, am I forgetting anybody? Okay, because I want to go right to old business, considering it's almost 1 o'clock.
Just kind of.
Oh, I'm sorry, kinda, yeah, kinda. You got anything? Please, come on up and share.
Not really.
Oh, not really, but you're coming anyway. Okay, hang on.
The membership services position was a position that was created when we transitioned over to districts from chapters and when we redid the bylaws. That position was vacant for 2012. 2013 last conference, I took the position because there wasn't someone to take it. And we had some difficulty about figuring out exactly what I was supposed to do because nobody had the position. So we just kind of figured it out right before the conference, what that position involves. And I'm not keeping the position, but hopefully we now have it ironed out for whoever takes the position next. So basically it's just a position so that we can have more information to the membership. If you're a member, that you will get notification that you're a member, you get notification that your dues are due, that you'll get notification when your dues have been paid. That kind of thing, so that we can kind of support the communication and it can be a little bit better. So I think that's all on my end.
Thank you. And for taking an officer role in the middle of a term, that's always difficult for anybody trying to get caught up and be at running speed. It's a position that is sort of the go-between for the Secretary and Treasurer to keep up well, this is a registry. We work with lists. That's our job. Okay. Old business. Any old business? That'd be anything that's been in all the minutes that we've had so far. Anything? Seeing none, we will move on to new business. That would be any new motions that you have. I can't bring them up. You got to do it. Kim, I recognize Kim.
The members of the Knoxville District TRID move that TRID, establish a yearly award to be given at the annual TRID business meeting in honor of Marie Griffin. The award recipient will be selected based on his or her dedication and service to TRID over the years since the last annual meeting. Nominations are to be collected from each district's representative during March and April prior to the annual meeting of TRID.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Got a second from Summer? Maker of the motion, would you come up and give any other rationale if you have anything? Not necessary? I think it's explanatory. Any discussion? I would like to hear discussion supporting the motion, and then we'll entertain anything that might be against the motion. Yes, kind of.
No, it's a yearly award.
A yearly award, okay.
And I have a
Come over here.
I have a question.
Oh, okay, question.
Because I was trying to help out Beth,
Sorry.
do you have,
We got to use it.
can we see that so I can actually put it up? So that way people can see the amounts or anything like that?
There's no amount. I think that would be decided on once it's passed.
That could be in.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much.
Other discussion on, yes.
In support, I think there's a question that this is a person that most of all of us know and have known for years and have seen who she is in and out. She's very transparent. It's just a wonderful thing to be able to do, and that we all would be excited about seeing how it comes about.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Marcy McNeil.
Any other discussion? Yes, Suzanne.
I think it's the least to honor a legacy that impacts on not only Knoxville, but the state, and just bring up and mention other people. She was always very positive, very encouraging.
Anybody else?
I call a question.
Okay, that means we're being asked to vote on the motion as, can we show it? Do you have it ready yet?
Can I? No, I can reread it.
Yeah, we will reread the motion before we vote. I'm sorry.
The motion is members of the Knoxville District of Tennessee RID move that TRID establish a yearly award given at the annual TRID business meeting to honor Marie Griffin. The award recipient will be selected based on his or her dedication and service to TRID over the year since the last annual meeting. Nominations are to be collected from each district's representative during March and April prior to the annual June meeting of TRID.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion as having been read, please vote with your orange card. Please, thank you. Those against the motion, please raise your orange card. It's okay. Unanimously. However you spell that. Unanimously. I can barely say it. Thank you, Knoxville, and trust me, the rest of us were thinking the same way. Any other new business?
Yes.
Yes? I hear a yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me put it up.
Oh, good. We're going to show it.
I have two. Is it from Brett?
Oh, yes, the budget proposal that Brooke put together. We don't usually vote on budgets. That's something that we've been kind of lax over the years. It'd just be nice to have a financial plan so that we're going, oh, when did we do this? Oh, when did you do that? Okay, well, at least the money. That's the biggest item. We need to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Ready?
Brooke has really done some research and worked hard on this, so she wanted us to bring it before you guys. Sorry. Brooke has really done research and worked hard on making this for everyone, and she just wanted to see if you guys would look it over and consider it.
So the motion that Brooke has requested would be asked is if 25% of the intake from workshops revenue could have gone to the business running of TRID, which would have been $490, that would have helped with the lack of getting donations we had suggested last year that were not met. Yeah, that's this right here that I'm reading, this bottom paragraph. And I'm taking this from what Brooke has sent. I have not spoken with her about this, so I do not know any other rationale except for what is sent.
I don't know if we really have that in a motion, other than can we accept this as a budget proposal? I think that's the way we'll call it, okay? I guess we'll take a second. Okay, let's do a second. I'm sorry.
I mean, I see it, but.
Can we turn the lights off at the front maybe?
Oh, I guess so. Oh, thank you.
Maybe just dim.
Can you guys see it okay?
Yes. Kind of hard to tell if the internet audience can read this too, but you're the guys that are here, so that's most important. Sorry, guys, should have been here. Any other discussion? How would you like to handle this? Yes.
That CMP fee is paid to TRID from what RID, when we're paying our RID membership, we pay for CMP.
There's a couple of things on there. One, you as a member, we as a member pay our money. That also takes care of CMP. There's a fee that's kind of in the fee that we pay within that. Yes. We also, though, as a chapter, pay a fee so that we can continue offering CMP services for anybody that wishes to deal with our CMP coordinator. I mean, that's simply what it is. What is it, $250 a year, Teresa, or? Is it, or is it, yeah, $100, $200? I'm sorry, there it is. Yeah. No, that's cash flow in.
To RID is $115.62. And then there's another expense that I'm not speaking about correctly. Is that correct?
But that's it.
Well, there's an annual fee. It's not really saying it's an annual fee.
Those are the dues, but the annual fee's not on. Maybe that's.
Do we need to table this until?
We can
Maybe table this and let executive committee mull through this. Do you have any objection to that? I'm going to declare that we table this motion simply for clarity and.
Yeah, I don't know if that needs a motion, but I was going to move it. I move that we table this for later discussion with executive committee at a later time.
Do I have a second on the table? Thank you. I have a second. We're going to table this. We don't vote on that. It just gets tabled and will be discussed at the next executive committee, and we'll let them deal with that, whoever you vote for that committee to be.
I have another motion.
Another motion? Please, Summer, come on.
It's also put up here.
Oh,
This is also from Brooke Roy.
use the mic.
Sorry. This motion was also sent from Brooke, our treasurer. I do know rationale behind this. We have, as an organization, we have a lot of funds, and we're nonprofit, so we're not really supposed to be just sitting on that and saving those monies. So even Chattanooga, with their small members, has a lot of money in their bank, but that's not what we're going off of here. Off of here, it would be from how many members you have. And what Brooke is talking about is she's suggesting that any revenue we have from the conference would pay back to the fund, is what she's saying, and suggesting 25% of the remainder go to TRID running of business costs. But this whole thing is to establish seed money for the next conference. Okay? That's what this is for. Because when we have a conference in places, every one of us has taken turns now and knows how hard it is to go with zero in the bank, or our $1,500 or our $2,200, and go, man, we sure would like Peter Cook to come, but he's like $82,000. How are we going to do it? He's not that much, but he's worth it all. But so how can we do this? And this would make it easier for everybody. Everyone takes turns, so everyone will put their hand in the pot. And the pot comes from membership. And this is what Brooke came up with and is sharing that with you all, hopefully opening it up for discussion and thoughts on this is really what we're hoping from the membership.
Thank you, Summer. Any discussion? It's been seconded. Any discussion? I recognize you.
I would be in favor of this. First of all, I would like to see the conference be expanded to hopefully pull in more people from surrounding states, regardless of where you are in Tennessee. It's fairly easy to get to another state from anywhere. So there's really no reason why we cannot pull in other people to come to the conference. And also, I think it would help to advertise, money's used for advertising, as well as talent and whatever else people might want to have, such as 2 tracks running at the same time, having some options.
Brenda Sellers.
If this has been a motion, is there a second before the discussion, please?
Yes, we've had a. Yes. Jessica.
So I have a question.
Kim.
So looking at Knoxville, for example, the 34% and the $1,020. Are you saying that whatever we earn, say, if we host next year and we give a surplus of $1,000, then it will be divided up with all of the different districts? Is that what we're saying? No. Okay, I'm confused.
In a very short synopsis, Summer can probably say it better than I can. Okay.
Sorry, thank you for the clarification. All this is it's based off of how many members you have. Knoxville, you guys are rocking the house with a lot more members than anybody else. That's why the 34% is bigger compared to Chattanooga's 1%. So it comes off of how many members you have to how much money goes in the pot. The pot becomes the seed money, and every year each district contributes to the pot. Every year each district hosting pulls from that pot, just to help us, give us more tracks, give us more advertising, give us better options and newer people to come in and enlighten us with knowledge. Does that clarify? Great.
Yeah.
Oh.
And what happens if the surplus is gone?
I don't
And
know.
we put in all this money and, no offense, Chattanooga, put in $30? I'm being realistic.
No, good point. I honestly don't know, this is it's not my proposal, but I would hope that we would, even if the pot is small, $45, you can use the $45 to help towards your conference. Do good. So I think we'll always be able to have something. It just, the percentages will change, I'm assuming. And it comes from membership, and if we continue to go and grow our membership, that money is just going to grow.
Is there gonna be a maximum?
I don't know. And I think that that's what Brooke was hoping for, was discussion on it. You had a question?
I guess I'm wondering about the conference expenses, like the registration that we pay. Are they, so they're gonna have this pool of money, and then they're also gonna have the registration fees, so they'll be able to combine those?
It would,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah, so registration, sponsorships, everything would be combined, and then whatever is left over, if there's a revenue that came in, the positive, if all the bills are paid, then there would be a percentage that goes back into the pot for the next year to use. Right now, the way we have it, just letting you all know, the way we have it is we have it set where, you know, go Knoxville, you guys are doing great. We're not going to give you any money. You've got your $2,000. You guys do the best you can. And if you make money, woo, you got it. It's yours. But, you know, Memphis, you guys have like $600. You're going to do really squirrely on this. And if you don't get it, this way it helps us all grow, all benefit from better stuff coming from that. Ruann had a question. Ruann?
Sorry. Yeah.
I didn't write this bill, I'm just looking at it from a different perspective. What I suspect this is an original pull from the current monies in the districts. So for the next conference, it will start with that quote-unquote seed money that's pulled from current funds. And then these percentages will pull from this right now, July 1 membership drive. So then we will pull that money, which will go into that pot, and so every year that money's going to keep regenerating. That's the whole point, but we've got to have some sort of starter money for whoever takes the conference next, or we're not going to have enough money. And
Correct.
to run these things is ridiculous amount of money, in case anybody thinks that registration pays for anything. It's
Very correct. Natalie had her hand up, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
I was just gonna say that, I mean, you need to have money to start with. You have to negotiate contracts with hotels or set things up. Registration money is nice, but it arrives after all the other stuff you have to set up, the advertising, contracts, if you have to pay the presenter before they arrive, all of those things, you have to have some kind of sequence. So whether it comes this way or some way else, we have to have some kind of seed money for conference and make sure that we have responsible people that are running the conference and that they're hopefully running close to the amount of money they bring in and the amount of money that goes out. Hopefully with profit, but even if not a huge loss. So that's all.
Oh, yes, Melinda.
The TRID money that's in the TRID pot of money, what is that used for?
I'm sorry. Ask me again.
The TRID money
Uh-huh.
that's in that pot, what is that money used for?
Not much. That is why Brooke had the concern that we've got, what, $8,000 in the account or whatever it is. You saw the report. Whatever that money is, it's just kind of sitting there. And we pay the president for expenses and, you know, pay for other expenses as needed. But other than that, it's just kind of sitting there. And Brooke's concern that she mentioned in an executive committee meeting was that, well, it's sitting there, we're supposed to be doing something. Can't we do like a scholarship or something? So the discussion about Marie Griffin's, the award to be named after her would be out of that money. Now, we hadn't determined how much or anything, but again, if you want the executive committee to do that, that's y'all's prerogative. But it comes down to that when we do have a conference, we're sitting there with $6,000, $8,000 in the state bank, but the district can't use it. I mean, they got 200 in the bank, but they want the conference. We don't have a provision for that. And so this is a suggestion as a motion. Do we want to do it pro rata? Or do we give somebody $1,000 or $2,000 as seed money? Or do we just not do anything like we've done the last few years? That's kind of the dilemma that this problem brings up. Yes, Libby.
As the current conference chair, I do think that something different has to happen. I'm not sure exactly what, but I can tell you from my experience that we've had in the past year. Because we do have a small amount of money, we have about $500, but we started with zero. Like you said, we were given nothing. So what it ended up being is how resourceful can you be? How, so we had to call in all of our friends and favors and do whatever to do that. And so we couldn't do a call for presenters conference. We didn't know what could happen without having money to start with. And luckily, just in the last few days, we've got a few more donations. But it would have been nice to have that long before. And so trying to figure out all this stuff, you gotta have W-9 forms, you gotta have this, you gotta have that. It's been like pulling pins, Steve, to get that. So we do need something there. And I think working together rather than saying this district or that district, it like with our door prizes and donations from the Knoxville area. We need everybody to contribute to the state conference, even though you have a district host. I think that everybody, it's our conference, and so suggestions, all that kind of stuff. But it has to start with the money first.
Go ahead.
And I don't know if this would have to be a separate motion, but it would be an incentive for a district with their seed money and whatever other monies that they have. If there is any profit that comes from that conference, then they should be able to keep that profit. That's part of the incentive of getting out there and doing a great job, is so that you have something in the end to play with when you're done.
And as compared to what we're doing now, you pretty much do it, and then you get your profit, and you split half with the state in the district, the other half. Yes.
We are going to lose our membership in Tennessee because people are going to Atlanta. They are going to other states to go to conferences. We are not going to get new members in TRID if they do not have a local conference to come to. They're going to say, why do I want to be a member of TRID? There's no benefit to me. So if we don't support our conferences and make them good conferences, TRID will never grow. Chattanooga will stay one member or two members.
Other discussion? Yes, I'm sorry.
I mean, I think it's a good idea to have the seed money. I just think there needs to be more research done as far as a specific amount that possibly the chapter district that's actually hosting the conference should, utilize. And then also, we talked about Chattanooga used to rocket as far as membership, and now it doesn't so much. So, is there another option that we can, or even set up what if,
Well, the way I look at it, tell me if I'm wrong, y'all, but it looks like, to answer your question, it says if there's, see at the top, $3,000 needed. Show me that again. Okay. There it is. Yeah, see, it says example, $3,000 is what we want to do. Well, instead of just taking it out of there and just saying here, maybe as a shared responsibility. I think that's what Brooke was looking at, and therefore the percentage per head. So
sure, and I understand. I guess my concern is we've got percentages. And what if Nashville right now is at 38%? That's great. But what if their membership falls? Does that mean you're going to adjust that as well?
I suspect recalculation would be what she meant. Yes.
Yes.
Thanks.
I'm confused. Right now, this says we contribute from each district that percentage from our funds, which were, everybody has a few thousand or something. But then you said that TRD also has a big pot of $8,000 that they're not using, other than for expenses to run the district. I understand that. The pot can't come out of that $8,000 that they have.
Sure it can. You've got three choices. What we had done years ago, and then stopped, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, was doing some seed money. Maybe it was $1,000. I don't recall, $1,200. Carol Cobb answered that question quickly. But because of we were running low or something, I don't remember what the reason was, but we didn't do it anymore. We didn't do the seed money anymore. And it doesn't matter what. But because of that, then you've got the situation like Libby's talking about. last year in Memphis, we had very little money. We had the meeting in my office. Not my office, but I mean, in the building there. I do have a couch office, but there would not have enough seats. Yeah, so, that's what we're looking at, is just trying to get, working capital to help buck that up. And then two, any, profit or loss is probably what that ought to be saying, but that's just my opinion. But, that could be reapportioned back.
So can I make a motion that, and please you guys help me with this, can I make a motion that we investigate this further as a possibility so we can table this and get, yes, to table the motion to refer to executive committee with membership input.
Yes.
I want that. Okay.
That's a motion, is there a second? Got seconds all over the place. Was that discussion?
Yeah, well, we need a timestamp on this thing, because this will go for 6 months, and whoever's hosting the conference next year will have no money, and we'll be back at the same place again in 365 days from now.
I bet you whoever gets the conference will be raising that question up real soon.
Make an amendment.
I amend, I'd like,
What was your name?
Suzanne. I'd like to recommend that we make an amendment on this motion, that the executive committee has within first quarter to make a decision on this, so the next conference can have the funds needed.
I'll second that amendment.
October 1st, December 1st. First quarter means by
You're voting today, whatever their office is.
October 1st. Yeah.
I'll second her amendment.
Did you get all that, Dan?
Yes. I'm good. I'll answer.
Okay, I need a second on the amendment. Got a second? Thank you. Any discussion? Any discussion for or against? For. Any for discussion? Linda has a burning desire. Yes.
I'm going to speak on behalf of Chattanooga because we're the only two here, and go back and try to light some fires. But I would really like to see this happen because I think it would be an incentive for us to try to recruit members back in the Chattanooga area. So that's just my thoughts. Just want to share that with
We
you.
haven't voted on the amendment yet.
Right, we're discussing the amendment now. We're here.
Someone called the question.
I heard the question, yes. Call the question, okay. Let's vote on the amendment, not the motion, but the amendment. Do we want to vote on the amendment that says that we have a report back on this by October the 1st? If so, raise your orange card. Thank you. Those against, raise your orange card. Amendment passes. Now we're back to the motion, which was what? The motion to do this.
Investigate further possibilities so that this table can.
To investigate, that's right, to table. Sorry,
Executive committee
thank you.
with membership input.
Okay.
October 1st.
So am I getting it right? Motion to table?
Motion to table to investigate further with membership input to report back to the membership by October 1st.
Okay. We don't need a second, that is the motion.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, okay, question.
Just a question, how are we getting membership feedback? How are we collecting that?
To investigate.
But they're investigating, then on October 1st, we're going to get membership feedback. How are we collecting that membership feedback? Because this could still drag.
Can we put it on the, can I make a motion on the Facebook page that we ask for feedback on that? Or, because,
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, we still have a motion to table. Do we want to not table? Okay, then, all right. Question?
An amendment that the district president or representative shall obtain that information from their own districts to report to the new executive committee by October 1st. Or
Well, consider the district rep is part of the executive committee, your report may be moved.
it is their responsibility to obtain from their members. In their existence. That is the feedback that is required on this.
It'd be okay, but I think it's still new, because that person is still on the committee. You're asking how? Are you asking, is it going to be printed in the paper, or is it going to be on the web? Is that the kind of question where the information?
My question is, if we want to select membership, that we either have to have a meeting, like the districts have to have a meeting and people vote on it. We have to post it to Facebook, we have to put a web form on the website and let people send out an email to everyone and say, go online and vote on it. There's got to be a way to collect that feedback.
Okay, now, as the chair, I'm gonna have to look at the time and go, I don't know that we have time to discuss it. I am leaning to tabling this to executive committee and letting them decide, whoever that is, how to handle this and get that information back. However, leaving the October 1st deadline to at least come back with something. If that is acceptable, I will ask for a vote. I will announce that that has been tabled in that way. If there's any objection, tell me now. Let's table that motion to the executive committee to report to the membership in every way possible by October 1st. Another one? Come on, son. We'll get you that same walking sidewalk.
I know we've got a lot of things to do in short amount of time, and I'm sorry. My next motion is to increase president's travel reimbursement.
That's it, that's the motion.
Just at that.
Okay. Is there a second? A second means you want to discuss it. Yes. Good. We got a second from Luann. Discussion from the maker.
Reason being, we are the lowest in the country. Everyone else's president that goes to RID has everything taken care of, their hotel, their flight, and they have registration. I have been involved with TRID for a long time, and my first several years I was involved, it was $700, which meant that paid for my flight to get there. I paid hotel, everything else out of pocket. Last couple of years before was $900. We are still the lowest. That would not even pay for registration. Many years I would just go for the one day. Randy has done the same thing. A lot of money comes out of pocket. I want to see the future presidents be able to attend, be able to afford it. So TRID has representation at the conference. We ensure that. That's my rationale.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Do you have a number tonight?
Do you have a number? Do you want, do I hear an amendment possibility?
That's what I'm wondering. No, I have no idea. I was just curious if you would decide.
The number's 900 now. Ruann.
I mean, I'll make an amendment.
Okay.
We need at a minimum the registration fee and the conference hotel, whatever hotel is selected in a, I guess, I don't know if they've got leveled rooms, but it would be conference registration at a minimum and hotel stay at a minimum. And then the travel is where the fluctuation happens.
Do you want to?
Yeah, well, hotel, I mean, we need conference registration and hotel need to be covered. Okay.
Currently, the motion is to change it, to raise it, I'm sorry. How did we write that? To raise it from 900.
Her amendment is to cover conference registration and hotel.
And meals and no airplane.
I mean, conference is gonna cost an individual at a minimum $2,500. Right. Annually, or, excuse me, it's biannual.
It is every other year.
Why do you have to have a dollar amount? Why can't you just stay with the number? Because already.
conference has gone up, I mean, every year it goes up, so why just say this is what's covered.
The dollar amount is to have something that you know is an absolute ceiling, is what I remember from the motion before.
We're discussing the amendment?
Yeah, you're discussing it.
Okay, just because we remember that the president is a volunteer position, so they're working all year long. I think that a great way to thank them for their service is to send them every other year to the conference at a fair minimum.
So okay, so the amendment needs to say, your amendment, Ruben,
Yes.
needs to say, pay all expenses.
Up to $2,500.
Okay.
There's a number.
Hang on.
Second on the amendment.
Hang on. You can even. Secretary needs the, I'm sorry, point of order. Secretary needs the motion or amendment again, please.
The amendment is to approve a ceiling of $2,500 for the travel of the TRID president to the RID Biennial Conference, money to pay for conference reg, hotel, transportation, and per diem, or meal.
Hold one moment. Okay, I need a second. I need a second. Okay, second, thank you. Okay, now.
I just want to know, does the president ask them to go to the regional conference? Are we talking about just the biennial national conference, or are we also talking about the regional conference?
Good question. At this time, the president received $900 per year for expenses for travel.
So is the
Period.
amendment $2,500 for the 2-year term, or is the amendment $2,500 per year?
Oh, no, 2 years term.
Understanding 2 years. Okay. Any other discussion, questions on the amendment to make $2,500 the 2-year maximum? Yes.
Just in response to Kina's question, yes, the president is expected to be at the Region 2 conference as well as the national conference. Yes.
Yes,
So
Tracy.
we cover the cost, the travel costs and the lodging for the president to travel to the state conference, and are there other conferences that we cover? I mean, I think, yeah, you can't just say 2,500, because that covers the, national conference, it doesn't cover everything else.
Just remember, we are currently working with a $900 amount, so we're looking at increasing from $900 to $2,000, it's annual, so $1,800, thank you. So we're looking at increasing it only, what, $600, so maybe it needs to be increased then if it's currently only.
It would get flexibility. The national's going to cost a lot more than the region. Regional's usually 3 or 4 days.
Look where it is, it was in Atlanta, that wouldn't have been near the cost.
Well, I I'd like to call the question.
Let's do. We're going to vote on the amendment. You want to read the amendment again?
Amends to approve the ceiling of travel of the TRID president to include registration, hotel, meals, and travel up to $2,500 in a 2-year term, or within that 2-year term.
Having heard the motion with the amendment as read, we have a call to the question. If you'll raise your orange cards, if you support the amendment. Thank you. Those against the amendment? Seeing none, the amendment passes. Now, what does the motion look like? Everybody say the same thing. Okay. Yeah, please.
The motion was to increase the president's travel reimbursement from $900 to
approve a ceiling of $2,500 to include travel, registration, hotel, and meals within a 2-year term.
Thank you. Any discussion on the main motion as read? Yes.
So really it goes from $1,800 up to $2,500.
A potential of 1,800 to a potential of 2,500 is the way I have it.
Covers both regional and national.
If I'm not wrong, that would be what the president allowed to do, those duties that you want him to do.
It sounds like from 900 up to 2,500, it sounds like it's huge gap.
It may sound that way, but 900 is
So it's
easy.
1,800 up to a 2-year. I
So
think that needs to change because it sounds like we're getting so much more money in one on it.
Okay, so, other discussion on the motion?
I just think
Yes.
we're looking at us to grow, and as a new member, how I got here was by getting introduced to interpreters here locally. And I think if we're expecting the president to go out to whether regional or national, they're the face, they're talking us up, they're getting us sponsors, they're getting us information. If we limit it to just that one conference, we're not really doing much better than him just paying to go on their own. So, like you said, prices are going to adjust and fluctuate, but if we're just doing that much each year, and actually, me, planning conferences, that's what I do for a living, I don't see it being enough to get them what they need to bring us more money, more members, and things like that. I think we'll see the payoff, it's going to take us a little bit.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Seeing none, let's vote on the main motion. Okay. You want to hear it? You know what it is? Raising 2,500? Yeah, let's hear it.
To increase president's travel from $900 annually to $2,500 within a 2-year term for covering travel for the president to include registration, hotel, meals, and travel.
Okay. That's the motion. Call a question? Yeah? Here we go. You support it? Put your orange card up in the air. Thank you very much. Take them down. Those opposing, put your card in the air. Passes. Okay. More motions? Kim.
I motion that Knoxville host next year's conference.
I got a second? You just go ahead and vote? Do we need to discuss? Vote. Knoxville next year. Thank you very much. Now, anybody opposed Knoxville? You just want to have it at your house? All right, Knoxville, you got it. Thanks, guys. Okay, that takes care of that one. Any other motions?
President, I recommend we move to elections due to time. We are over.
Okay, so no other motions means we're gonna vote. Y'all ready? All right. Summer, I'm gonna need the list of those that's already been nominated and turned in early. We'll also entertain motions from the floor. We will go, stick around. We will, I'm sorry.
She wants us to show it on the board. How do you just open
You
a
good?
Word document?
Technology is great, and then technology can be real pain. Okay, the elections. You've got to be a member of TRID. And according to our own bylaws, you've also got to be a member of RID. Okay? So, don't lie. Just don't vote. Because we don't want to screw up anything on that. Now, we will begin
Who you looking for?
Did you say anything else?
It's right there. Article 3, Section 1, Paragraph A.
So it's TRID and RID.
And RID.
I don't know, I don't know this person, and I don't know this person, and I need to ask that.
Okay, well, the ones that are here.
This one's a yes. Sure she is.
Certified?
Yes.
Is she certified that she's a national member? Certification generally means national membership, okay? All right, then let's move on. Membership chair. That's the first office we'll vote for. We have a nomination. Kira Lawson. What? Membership director. Yeah, membership director, yes.
Sorry.
What did I say?
Are you Kira?
Yeah. Oh, good. Please, come up front and do we, and while just so you know, she's the only one that's been nominated for this so far. If you've got a name in mind, give us just a second. You have the floor. I don't want you to talk about why you want to be membership director.
Hey y'all, I'm Kira Lawson. I'm from Knoxville. Go Balls. I just want this position because I think I'd be really great at it. I'm very organized and I'm really great at communicating with people via email and phone, call or text me anytime. And I just think it would be great to be involved in the executive board. So that's why I'm interested.
Any other nominations for membership chair? I keep saying chair. Membership director, my apologies. Seeing none? All right. I see a bunch of orange cards. Thank you very much. You are it. All right.
You brought up earlier, you said must be present. That is not correct.
But if they've been nominated.
Accepted. Thank you. I want to
Yeah.
make sure you clarify that with them.
Okay, all right. Summer's correcting me that I said something about you have to be here to win. Okay, but if you are already nominated through the early nomination process, that takes care of that issue. Does that make sense?
You just cannot vote.
Okay? Now, if you're nominated from the floor, you gotta be here to respond. These people have already had time to respond. Okay? Is that clear? All right, treasurer. I see one name. Heather Webb. Please. We're gonna let her count. Unless we have a nomination for anybody else for this job, but Heather, please, in front of this too. Yeah, so they'll know what we're talking about. You gonna count their money?
Hi, I'm Heather Webb. I work at the University of Tennessee, and I am an interpreter and a transcriber, but y'all probably don't know I also handle the budget for our office. And I've worked on several federally funded grants through the Center on Deafness, so I have some experience in working with budgets. So Teresa and I work together as well, and with her being the CMP coordinator, we thought it might be a good fit. So.
We may not have to discuss it. Do we have any other nominations? No? All right, raise your orange card. Can we go ahead? All right. You're good. Thank you, Heather. Glad to have you on. And as soon as you get a chance, you need to talk with Beth. She got the books. Okay. All right. Thank you. And talking about Beth. Secretary. However, Beth's not running for secretary. But Laura Ellison is. Laura is in Nashville, and she was nominated. I'm sorry, she has her nick. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I have an email from Laura. She did accept. She was not able to come. My phone's not cooperating, so I'll tell you what the email said. She's an NIC certified interpreter. She is also, like Heather, a transcriber as well as an interpreter. Very organized and a transcriber as a secretary. She also works at the Library for Deaf and Hard of Hearing. From Knoxville chapter, she sends her highs, has moved to Nashville. So that's the only person I have for secretary. If there's anybody else that wants to make a nomination, I'll hand this back over.
We've got Laura. She's not here to tell you anything about her, but a lot of people seem to know her already. Whatever. Any other nominations? Okay, fine. Let's see the orange cards. Good. Laura Ellison will be the new secretary. She will, thank you. She will talk with them. That should be easy. They live in the same zip code somewhere. Okay, that comes down to where, what, vice president? Vice president, number 1A.
2 nominations. First one is from Melinda Kerr, also certified from Knoxville. Second one is from Beth Moss, certified Nashville. Both of them can talk to you all.
Yeah, Kerr alphabetically comes before Moss. Come on up.
Hi, I'm Melinda. Hold on a little closer. Usually I'll talk really loud and people tell me to be quiet. I'm Melinda. I've been involved with TRID for a long time. I think I know most of you here. I interpret. I don't know really what to tell most of you because I think most of you know me. I've pretty much been involved with TRID since I started interpreting pretty much forever ago when I was a small child. I'd really like to represent you on the state level. I've been involved in Knoxville forever. Back before we had districts, I was the secretary and also the vice president of the Knoxville when we had chapters. So I'd like your support, and I'd be happy to be your vice president.
Thank you. And now, Beth. Or Moss, if that's it.
Hello. I just wanted to say how much I've loved being involved with the executive committee for the last 2 years, and I have just been learning a lot about it, and I really would like to be involved and just have a chance to kind of expand some ideas I've had as far as how to improve things in the state and just really work with everybody to just make some good changes happen and to really work together. I am an interpreter in Nashville. I'm on staff at Bridges, and I graduated from Miracle College. I've been involved with TRID for about 7 years since I moved back to the state. I'm originally from Texas, but love it and love working with everyone. And even, if I don't serve in this capacity, I'm going to be involved. So I'm just super happy to be here. That's all. Yay.
Thank you. Candidates, don't get too settled in. I want y'all to step out of the room, go get a drink of water or something. Get 2 drinks of water. You won't stay gone long, we're late. Okay. We're going to raise our orange cards for the vote. Where's my orange card? Oh, I put it in my pocket. Anyway, okay. For Melinda, for Melinda Kerr, raise your card.
For what?
For Melinda, and I need to see those cards go up, okay? Thank you. For Beth Moss, raise your cards. Thank you. Somebody grab our vice presidential candidates, please. Oh, she's going. Yes, vice president ought to do that. One of our final duties. Always a tough decision, but Beth is the new vice president. But thank you very much. I know the Beth, you got it. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And that comes down to president. That's the two, okay.
That's all I have.
Okay, we've got two nominations, one for Libby Tipton, the other for Brenda Sellers. I would like the two of you to come up and tell us what you're going to do.
And Brenda comes before Lee.
Yeah, Sellers is first. If there's any other nominations to be made, you can make that now. Otherwise, these will be the two. Seeing no other nominations, we'll hear what they have to say. Brenda first.
She just told me first.
Sounds like.
Last name.
Hi, I would run for president because I want to help create some more change in the state of Tennessee so that we can grow and be better and have more communication, and just have everybody feel like they're a part of it so that we can get some things going. And it all comes back to communication. We're interpreters. We need to get the word out. We need people to feel like they are part of the state, that things are going to be going good in the state of Tennessee. I'm a graduate of Eastern Kentucky University. I graduated in 2004, did my internship in Knoxville, and now I'm working at Sorensen for 29 hours a week, and I do some freelance community work, and I feel like I would have enough time to devote to this position and get the ball moving, and let's get some things happening in the state of Tennessee.
Thank you. Libby. Or Tipton.
Thank you. I think Brenda and I have been talking some, but communication was first on my list as well. First of all, I just want to say kudos. Thank you very much to the officers that are vacating their positions today. I think we need to give them a round of applause. And I say that because I realize that we're all volunteers. We all have things that we have strengths, and we have weaknesses, and if it had not been for the previous officers, our organization might have collapsed completely. So we need to remember that, learn from areas where we can grow and go forward. And I feel like that I can do that. We are a member-driven organization. I've heard the question a lot over the past couple of years, why be a member of TRID? I'm an RID certified interpreter. What will TRID give me? I think that's something that needs to be decided upon by all of us. I think we need to have more involvement with each Chattanooga, Johnson City. I've been the district rep here. I was the first chapter president here years ago. I've been out a while when I was raising my children. Graduated from ETSU, been the coordinator here for 19 years, so I've been involved with that. Things that I want to see us develop a procedures and protocol for our organization. We have our bylaws. Sometimes that doesn't always answer what do we do, so that we have things like to build on for our conferences. And we're talking about that stuff now. I feel like I'd be the person who could lead that. We're talking about state licensure coming up. I think that's something that we all need to be involved in, again, have a voice in. I was a church secretary for 30 years, so again, knowing about minutes and things like that, and also parliamentary procedure. And currently in my other life, the things that I do, I'm on the executive board of the Healing Storytelling Alliance. So I've worked on the national level as well. My mother was a lobbyist, a lot of you know her, and I feel like the years of experience has helped me to understand the legislature as well. So if you so choose, then I'd be honored to be your next president.
Thank you. Out the door, you two. I want to make it sweat. Okay. Brenda Sellers, raise your orange card. Let me count. Okay. Libby Tipton.
I'm sorry, I'm validating. What did you have?
because I didn't get to count all the way around the room or something like that. As long as you're close. Okay.
Yeah, Brandon. I heard my name. What? Brenda, you're it.
Thank you all.
Oh, okay. What, Summer? I'll let Summer have the floor. What?
I'm just giving you announcements real quick. Let's go.
Announcements.
Announcements real quick. Knoxville next year. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I want to make sure you guys keep an eye out on the website. That's where we're going to find out some more information from Knoxville. And make sure to get on and check your Facebook. All of the internet web stuff, that's where the information is going to come from. And thank you all to everyone that was willing to run, whether you won or not. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Everybody that run got a strong amount of votes. So really, thank you very much for even thinking about doing it, okay? Other than that, let me see if Libby has anything else she wants to talk about before we get back into the workshops, because otherwise...
Oh, I moved to close.
Well, that's a pretty good move. I like that.
I call the question.
I got a second. Okay, are we done? Yellow cards. Throw them away. We're done. We can close this meeting. We're adjourned at 2:01.
Sorry, Libby.
Okay, thank you very much. Now,